I'm sure today everybody's have a got Amazon account. Amazon in the sense like an Netflix account, you people may have it. You people may have a Hotstar account. Why? Because of entertainment purpose. Correct? And we all happy that because all movies are on our fingertips. But do you know that these all movies are hosted where on a cloud? So through this app, you guys can instantly access those. So cloud computing today is a must have expectations from all the companies wherever I go to deliver my services. No matter whether it's a small, medium, or the large scale companies, cloud computing demand is everywhere because nobody wants to manage the infrastructure on their own premises because it requires a high cost. Correct? So that is why they are trying to bring what a cloud computing where they can pay as per their usage. They can pay as per their usage. I give you one very simple example here, okay, called GitHub Pilot. You might have heard about this name, or you can search it or you can Google it. The name is called uh, GitHub Pilot. What exactly the GitHub Pilot will do? GitHub Pilot, when you integrate it in your Eclipse or in your VS Code editor or any editor wherever you write, they will help you to write the code faster. Remember what I'm trying to tell? They will help you to write the code faster, but they will not write code on your behalf. They will give you the suggestions. They will, help you to fill up the 2 to 3 lines of code automatically, but you have to develop the code. So people, those who are in a fear list by expecting AI, again, I'm telling you, as per my experience and as per whichever companies I'm visiting and I've visited, AI is still in an at the accepting stage. Many companies haven't even adopted AI in their projects. They are still expecting from the student they should know the core skills, especially the full stack. So, two important things you should remember: full stack learning, because that has become a global benchmark for all the companies. What earlier they used to say, people should know C++, people should know data structure, people should know SQL, and that basics are done. Okay, reasonings are okay, GDs they are done. Okay, we are recruited. No, this is no more valid anymore. If you see the recent, what is at the Times of India, okay, and the business standards, they have made it. Companies like in TCS, companies like in Infosys, companies like in HCL, they made it very very clear. The basic benchmark for all the students, those who would like to join, should have the basic understanding of full stack, and they should have the understanding of the full stack. Clear? So in that full stack, cloud computing automatically comes. Okay, so do not think the cloud computing and full stacks are different. Full stack is basically the full stack, like you start from user interface till deployment. It is a part of full stack. So full stack is not like something which you learn React or Angular. You see, okay, full stack is done. No, full stack is a complete ecosystem. Cloud computing comes into this, AI comes into this, web development comes into this. Correct? Everything basically the part of what the full stack development. Now, you see in this development, you have got programming languages like in web development, quality assurance, mobile app development, machine learning. One more very, very interesting topic is available in the current market that is known as called mobile development. You people might have heard about something called Android based development. Correct? I'm sure like everybody is having the mobiles today. But trust me, how many of you are really wondering that once I also want to develop an app which I would like to upload it to the app store, and somebody like my friends download this app, okay, and utilize this. How many of you know the companies like in Zepto? Many of us. How many of you know the companies like in Zomato, Swiggy, Uber, Ola, and all those companies like in Nike, Amazon? They are all are app based, correct or not? They are all are app based. Have you ever opened the websites of those companies? Never. You want to place an order, you must have a mobile and you must have some apps like in what, like in uh, you know Zomato or Zepto or whatever it is. You want to place an order. They are app-based companies, and one single app has changed the entire development. You just imagine These big organizations like an Ola, Uber, Zomato, Blinkit, they all are app based. One single app have changed their destiny. The question is, can this app can be developed by us? Yes, you should, because in last 10 years you have seen the mobile is in everybody's hand, and if tomorrow you want to increase your reach, so there is a one options available that you should have some app through which you can basically reach to the maximum number of users, because nobody will carry the laptop always or everywhere, but mobile they will carry always. And if you have developed the app, correct, people will fund in case if they found that your app has got some different values. So app development is again one of the very interesting career in say this app development. But in app development, the change has been done. So you do not work on Android based developer anymore. Now there's a one concept name called hybrid mobile app developer. In hybrid mobile app developer, you will see like there are different type of tools like in React Native, one of the very popular hybrid mobile application development. You think about the second one, which is so called Flutter, you might have heard about, is one of the very popular and fantastic app development tool, correct? So these type of tools are helping to develop the hybrid mobiles. What do you mean by hybrid mobiles? Hybrid mobiles like the apps which works across all the platforms, no matter whether you are having Android based or whether you are having so called iPhone based or Apple based. So a app which can automatically adapt, either you are in Android or else you are in you can say Apple based. This is called hybrid maps, and hybrid mobile apps are very popular, and the industry for hybrid mobile applications is growing like crazy, correct? So remember, hybrid mobile application development is again a very important career for all the freshers. You can easily get the job in all the startups very easily, because mobile app development they are actually expecting, because they also want to grow. So there was a time where I used to ask my people, hey, I want to launch my website. But today, everybody is expecting what I want to launch my app. So you just see, if you want to reach to the maximum users, your mobile app development becomes one of the key factor. Yeah. Okay. So the next area where you can basically develop your career, guys, is called data analytics, where certainly like data visualizer, data science, big data, database administrators, this is where exactly the companies are looking forward for, or else you want to make your career on cybersecurity, because nowadays, as you know it very well, many people are basically using apps for their regular basis. Many people are using websites. Okay, all of us are basically doing financial transactions online. We are basically scanning the QR code, sending the money. Cybersecurity, cyber threats are increasing day by day, and as you know it very well, in last couple of years the number of incidents of cybersecurity have increased like in crazy. Every day in a news you will found like more than 2 lakhs cases in India are getting registered because of cyber what to say challenges. Okay, there are so many cyber threats. Okay, and there are so many you can say cyber problems have occurred, due to which the increased demand of cyber security has increased. Reason is very simple, because many people, when they will start scanning more and more barcodes, certainly you are trying to send the money to any XYZ person, and suddenly you see your bank account has been frozen, and they will start demanding some money from you. They will hack into your mobile, they will hack your WhatsApp and all. So this has increased because many people are absolutely not aware about what is really going on, and suddenly this security happens. They will ask you about the passcode, they will ask you about the OTP and all. You know that this incidents threats has increased over the period of time. So the knowledge of cybersecurity is easily and very important for today's world. But remember one thing, these cyber securities which we are talking about, they should be the part of your learning, but you should not go and say that I want to be an expert in cyber security. No, please remember one thing, cyber security depends on companies to company how they basically have a different implementation. But during when you are in college, you should not think that I want to be a cybersecurity expert. Please do not waste your time as well as your money on getting some expensive courses on cybersecurity. Problem number one, there are very less courses are available. They are highly expensive. And third, there is no job guarantee and there is no job visibility on a cybersecurity. Companies, after certain experience for the people, they themselves provide a cybersecurity training to the people those who would like to go ahead with. So don't involve yourself on paying a cybersecurity type of trainings by paying heavy fees and expecting, okay, I'll get the job very easily. Please do not involve yourself on that. Okay. So you see, uh, in big data and analytics, so if you really want to spend time on using some AI ML, having this R, okay, so having some Hive knowledge, so these many jobs are available, which average package of almost 2.3 to 5.6 lakh, where the 4 lakhs will be the median salary, and almost 12,000 plus jobs are currently available compared to the different type of platforms. Similar way, if you think about called IT services and architecture, where you talk about technology skills like in CCNA, CCNP, especially for the Cisco, okay, technical support, PHP, JavaScript. So these all basically goes under where under the IT services. So almost 6,000 plus jobs are available. Average salary packages goes from 1.5 to 3.2, and the average salary person will be landed to the 2.4. But again, I'm telling you, do not spend money on those expensive courses for CCNA and CCNP because they are highly expensive. And despite that, there's no guarantee. I've seen many people spend their hard-earned money on those technology skills, and after they're hunting for the jobs because from freshers they do not have that high level of expectations. Again, I'm telling you, in digital marketing, I know it very well that many people are today thinking like how they can land to the digital marketing job. Digital marketing is good, but for engineers this particular portion should be avoided. Okay, why I'm opening up this digital marketing? Because out of curiosity, many people, because of their passion, they feel like, okay, they can make money by using this digital marketing. They can be an influencer, they can be a AdWorks, or they can work on a social media. They can launch the reels and they can easily make money. Please, once again, I'm telling you, do not trap into this digital marketing again. Digital marketing is good, but it requires a lot of experience here. So, being an engineering student, I would love not you to trap into the digital marketing because this is not your portfolio. But there are people, those who are from arts background or those who are from non-technical background. For them, having the knowledge of digital marketing can really help to land a job easily. Quality management, it is a good area where the people those who want to spend time on testing, because testing is again a very important for today's world. Every developer today expect like I want to test my softwares, because testing is again a very important part of the products. So if you want to basically build your career on testing, so there are a lot of tools which are available for manual testing, for automation testing. Nowadays, testing has also comes with artificial intelligence too. So that will also help you to make your testing even more better. Okay, so testing is also important for the quality of the product. So as a full stack developer, so you can also opt for this kind of unit testings of your product, doing some necessary quality assurance. So basic things you should be aware about. But the thing is, like, if you want to really want to build your career in this QA related part, so engineering is a good practice for you. Okay, some quality courses are also available in market through which you can go adopt it and can become a quality management expert. But once again, it requires certain experience in this. But again, I'm coming back to my words. From freshers, they are not expecting that they are expected to be a quality management expert because it requires a lot of experience here. Okay, because quality check is not something which they expect from the freshers. But what happens, people go and they say the easy job, they just go and spend heavy money and get into it. Now this is where exactly I was talking about cloud computing. Now, my dear friend, this is where exactly is a game changer. This is something which I always emphasize. Cloud computing, why it is more and more important. Because this is something which can land you to the job far more faster compared to the previous PPTs which you have seen. Cloud computing, as I say, like in Azure, AWS, GCP, they are basically all cloud providers, and having the knowledge of full stack, okay, like in Python, can help you to create your ideas even more better. So, average salary for the cloud computing developer in future gonna be more higher compared to the person who knows only Java. Let me remind you one important thing, friends. Only knowledge of Java would not suffice until and unless the person knows the complete stack. Only knowledge of Java is not going to suffice to us. Getting it? So, cloud computing is equally important here. Project management is place where people are, you can say, expected to take care about the complete project portfolio. Like you talk about how the project management will happen, taking the requirement from the clients until delivery. This complete cycle will be taking care about the project management. There are so many jobs are currently available in the market, but once again, for the freshers, when they see those names like an PMP certification, Six Sigma certification trending, this comes after minimum to minimum 5 years of experience you should have in industry. Otherwise, the project management would not really help you because first you should know how to develop the projects, correct? So I just would like to give you one certain idea. I'm opening my text edit here and to tell you what you minimum required actually to land into the job market. Look, the very first thing is required is called language. I'm telling you because this is something is important for everyone. Language, I would suggest that you use a Java. Okay, Java current version is basically 18. Okay, I would rather suggest to stick to the Java 11 version. Very, very important today. Okay, and with this Java 11, you basically learn DSA called data structure and algorithm. Better than C++, my recommendation is to stick to the Java 11 plus DSA. Okay, it's very, very important to know. Second thing, along with this Java, okay, I would like to say you should also learn something called JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript is again another very, very important language which in my time, I'm talking about somewhere around 2005 when I was learning, that time the JavaScript was one of the most obsolete, but today the JavaScript adoption is way, way, way higher. So my expectation is like JavaScript must have in everybody's portfolio. And along with the JavaScript has changed a lot today. Because of that, this JavaScript is used in many different type of languages and technologies. Okay, so if I just want to develop your career path, so your career path goes like this. If I say you want to basically develop your career in full stack, so in full stack, what happens? There are different type of stacks are available. The first stack which you might have heard a lot of time that is called mean stack, where we talk about have a call MongoDB. Okay, you have got MongoDB. Also, you have got Express. Okay, you also have a got Angular. Okay, and you also have something called Node.js. Okay, or else you talk about another one that is known as called what Mern stack. Okay, so in this Mern stack, you see everything is same. The one which we have basically written it here, except one thing which is changing here. This Angular is changed to what React.js. Okay, but you see the MongoDB is still common. You might be saying why MongoDB? Because there was a time when we were using something called SQL, and in your colleges you are learning SQL for sure. Correct? No doubt about it. SQL knowledge is good, and many companies are adopting. But you should also know the industry has slowly moving from SQL to where no SQL. Correct, because of they can be a more or unorganized structure and more better feasibility, and that is where exactly the MongoDB comes in. So in NoSQL we are basically adopting what MongoDB, and that is where so many startups are basically working on. So my recommend, if I'm telling you, SQL you anyways learn from your colleges, you should also have the strong knowledge on where on a MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB basically comes with two different type of formats. One which is so called for developers, or you talk about for what, admin. My recommendation is to stick to the dev mode. So if you know the MongoDB, it will help you to pick up from mean and mearn whichever you want it. Correct? Because this will help you to solve most of the issues of your development. So either you can choose Angular or else you can choose what, React for the UI development. Because when you talk about something called UI development, you choose between or among three different technologies. One which is very popular between what, Angular, or else you choose what, React, or else the third which you choose is called what, Vue.js. Correct? So if you want to be a UI developer, so either of one you can choose it. Correct? Because these are the one are simply fantastic. And to learn Express or to learn Node.js, you people should know about what, the JavaScript, which I anyways told you some time back. You should know what the JavaScript. So JavaScript is a benchmark. So if you want to move towards either on where, mean stack, or where on a month stack, because MongoDB also use JavaScript, Express is also JavaScript, Angular is also JavaScript, Node.js is also TypeScript. Sorry, the JavaScript. Same goes with what, with the month stack. Fine. So why the JavaScript is more important? Now I'm sure that you are able to understand why these two technologies are popular and where the JavaScript is attaching it to. Fine. So in your languages, when it comes to the backend knowledge, what option? Backend technology. So in this backend technologies, my recommendation is to stick to Java, or else you can stick to what? To Python. Okay, so you can stick to what, Java, or you can stick to what, Python. My recommendation will be always Java, because Java is used by the large number of organizations. But only with Java is not going to help you. You should also learn something more into the Java, that is known as called what, Spring Boot with microservices. So using this Spring Boot and microservices, you will increase the backend part. See, any project whichever you're developing it, as I said to you, any project which you're developing it, it is having what, front end, and it is also having called what, back end. So what backend technology you are using it? In backend technology, you may also use what, Express, which is developed using JavaScript, or else you may be using what, Java Spring Boot and microservices. I tell you, in recent number of years, what trends I have seen. Trends what I have seen is, like, companies are saying our front end is developed using what, Angular or React or else Vue.js. That depends on the company to company. That is the front end. Back end, they say we are using Spring Boot with microservices. I'm telling you the full stack part. Backend, they're using Spring Boot and microservices. Database, what they're using is basically MySQL or MongoDB. NoSQL, which MongoDB or MySQL, anyone they are using it. So this is the basic expectation. They have it from the project. Apart of that, they're also using cloud for what, for the deployment purpose. So they may use what, AWS, they may use what, Azure, or they may use what, GCP for this. Third thing, what they're using it for, the management purpose, they're using DevOps tools. DevOps, which you know it very well for development and operations, is one of the very, very popular tool nowadays, in which they will be expecting the people should know about Git. They should also know about called Jenkins. Okay, they should also aware about called Docker, and they should also aware about what, KTS, which is also known as called Kubernetes. So that is how the basic necessity has become for every company for their project. So you see, this is the front end technology they are using it. Backend they are using Spring Boot with microservices. Database they're using MySQL and you can say the MongoDB. Cloud provider they're using AWS, Azure or GCP. And then DevOps they're using what? So this is a bare minimum expectation they are using it. And on the top of that, they are also using AI. Okay, like as I told you, which tool I told you about the AI? I said GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot. So they're using what? GitHub. Sorry, GitHub. So they're using what? GitHub Copilot for the AI tool. Fine. So you see how the trends are basically changing, and also they're using what? Security. They're also using what? A security. And in this particular cyber security, they may be using some JWT based tokens, or to avoid what? Some XSS attacks. So this is something which is nowadays is used. And you can understand in this current market trends, if you as a fresher, if you know all those, trust me, there is a no limitations of the job. Where exactly we stand as a skill matrix for you. Reason because as I told you, like in this today's market, even if you today go and learn any Java topics from the market, minimum cost, if you see for this Java topic will be around 7 to 8,000 minimum. If you're going to learn Spring Boot and microservice, minimum Spring Boot and microservices, the cost will be minimum 10K. If you want to learn the DevOps, if you want to learn minimum DevOps, the cost will be around 15K. Correct? If you want to learn other areas, so the cost will be varying accordingly. You know what? Our courses starts with the minimum cost of rupees 499 rupees, and it goes maximum till where 4,999 rupees. That is the maximum cost of our courses, and this is the minimum cost of our courses. So we are very much, supporting the college curriculums because these are the base. Without this base, you really cannot grow anywhere else. But to keep up your expectations with the industry, it is very, very essential that we go beyond our comfort zone and accept those courses which are there in the market, learn and grow so that tomorrow we can go and join anywhere. I'm telling you once again, if you have the capabilities, if you have a capacity, you guys can easily join any startups also, where they do not have a much budget for the training, but because you are already trained, correct, so you can join those startups without depending on the companies which are coming in your colleges that they will take you or not. Because when your internal knowledges are very, very strong, nobody can beat you in terms of knowledge, in terms of acceptance. So if you have a technical technology which is demanded in industry, as I said, that the companies are not expending much time as well as the money for training the students. If your training is already there during your college time only, correct, so you can join any industry, any company without any bar, so you can be your decision makers. So guys, once again, thank you very much. I'm sure that this webinar has helped you to open up the eyes. Again, I'm telling you, like, money is very, very important. Correct? This is the hard earned money of your parents. Okay, we have to be very, very, sure that wherever we are spending our money, number one, it has to be cost effective, which should not put a burden on your pockets, and second, you should get a quality, and we are here to support you in both the sides. Okay, so thank you very much, friends. So I'm sure that this webinar was helpful for you. So in future, if you need anything else, so you can reach out to us at any given point of time. So happy Diwali to all of you. Keep smiling and happy learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Amarjit sir, for the very fruitful session. I thank you each and every participants. I wish you happy Diwali. And if you have any concerns, any questions, you can write us. I will put my number in chat box. You can write us on email address, and all you can WhatsApp us also on. You can ping us on WhatsApp. Happy Diwali.